Hey, Coach, so glad you found us. Couple things. First of all, subscribe. Please go over and do that. That will keep you updated with everything that we're doing. Second thing is go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. If you want to put hardware in your basement, if you want to win more games, let me help you do that. I will give you my personal email address. We'll do one-on-one calls. We'll do office hours, less than $1 a day, 14-day free trial. Go over and check it out. Let's head off to the video.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops.
Oh, I like that pause.
You like that?
Pause. I did. That's good. That's
I
good.
know.
Yeah. Coach, how are you?
That's when it happens when you have 75 different podcasts. You gotta like, which one am I doing? Oh, Coaching Youth Hoops. This is one of my favorites, actually. And again, we're getting better. We only talked for like 50 minutes before our first
Yeah, that was pretty good. Not 2 hours like we normally do. We
There's
actually
a
talk
build-in.
more during the week though.
Yeah,
So that's
sometimes we
why.
we batch these sometimes, and if we do that, it's like if we spend a half hour doing podcasts and do three of them, we have to book out 2.5 hours so we can catch up on business stuff and life
Business.
stuff. And yeah. Let's shout out our webinar. It's a little AI.
Coaches, go check out aihoopscoach.com. We're doing a webinar on what comes next after Huddle. AI film breakdown. You will be surprised how this new tool works. I was pretty impressed with the features that it does have, and the advancements that AI is bringing to film analysis. Go check it out, aihoopscoach.com. Sign up for the webinar. Steve is going to be interviewing a few people from the company. They're going to walk us through a demo, and you can ask all the questions you want. aihoopscoach.com.
All right. So Coach, today we're talking about
Teaching players how to share the ball. Okay. So I ran into this issue the last couple of tournaments. A few of my players, um, they well intended, get the ball, try to dribble full court and try to score, even if there's three people in front of
can I
them.
ask the age?
This was 10U.
Okay.
Yeah, 9, 10, 11 year olds in that age range. And one of the things that I've been teaching is we have to share the ball. We're a team, and you're going to advance the ball quicker through passing. So, um, there's this concept out there that I hear from parents is they're incentivizing their kids for points because they want them to score, and that's the most visible, exciting thing is to score. Well, that's not aligned with the team aspect. So kids are holding on the ball, trying to score so they can get the treat or whatever the parents promised them after the game, right? Maybe because they were timid or shy or just not that aggressive. So this is turning them into doing that. Kind of two separate issues, but at the same time, they do go hand in hand. So how do we teach kids at that age level to pass, to trust their teammates? Of
So
course, they're
here's the
willing.
question I have
So,
for you. Here's the question I
mhm.
have for you is,
Yeah.
um, do you notice a difference at age levels? The difference between like an 8U, a 10U, a 12U, a 15U, an
Like a
18U,
difference in that one
sharing the ball,
concept.
sharing the ball.
Um, yeah, as they get older, they're sharing the ball more.
I think
At
so.
least that's
I
what's
don't think it's
right.
a malicious thing sometimes
Oh
that
no,
was my
gosh,
point.
no. Yeah,
That
yeah.
was my
No, no,
point
no.
at the
Yeah.
younger ages.
No, 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 no.
Um, I think it's I just think sometimes the good ones I don't think it's yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
it's malicious from all
No, I
the
don't
games I've
either. No, no,
watched.
no. Yeah. Yeah, I
Sometimes.
would totally agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, sometimes, yeah. No, I agree. It's definitely not malicious, but we know that you can't dribble between three people,
right.
right? And so one of the things I did, I had an issue with one of my players. Great, great gal. She's an athlete, like one of these, you can throw
Hmm.
the ball the
Right.
full length of the court. It's unbelievable at her age.
Yeah.
Great arm. But she would get the ball and try to score every single time instead of making the right decision, which is, okay, I got to know the difference. And again, she's learning and I'm teaching. One of the things that I did with her, because, and again, this was a unique situation, I think you have to know your personnel. Um, so I gave her a few warnings. We talked about it on one of the games. So in the second game, I said, I started pulling her out and I
Right.
pull her over to the sidelines, have a discussion, right? And have her sit. It was her turn to rotate back in. She did it again, had her sit. She did it again, right?
Right.
And this was, it kept on pulling her out every time and had a discussion. What did we talk about? What's the one thing you got to work on today? Blah, blah, blah. Now I could do that with that player because I know she's strong mentally
Right.
enough to handle that. And I know that's kind of like, if you know this girl, she really, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, and I had a discuss, and then guess what she did when she got back in? Had an assist. So what did we all do?
Celebrated.
Jumped up for joy and celebrated,
Yeah.
right? We celebrated that. And I talked to her parents about it. I said, I just want to let you know, this is a really important piece, right? What I'm doing. Okay. And I also, while this was all going on the previous week, I sent a text to all my parents saying, in so many words, I'm teaching the kids how to play as a unit and sharing the ball, working together, not being selfish players. Again, nothing malicious. We're just teaching this. And I said, there's going to be some growing pains along the way, but let's just be patient. Just want to let you know what I'm working on, right? This team aspect
Right.
of, and I have a couple of girls like this on the team, and they both have improved through just teaching them why, and they're seeing like, oh, right, we're scoring when I pass ahead
Right.
because there's two people on me and I'm hitting the open person. And there was a time in the game where the ball never touched the ground in full court and we scored.
That's impressive at that age. Yeah.
Yeah. So because we really been working on it, um, and they're all getting that concept. And then the beautiful thing about it is they all get so excited
Right.
about it.
It's the old adage that you are what you emphasize
Right. Yeah.
as a coach. I mean, if you take one thing away, that's the thing. And is if you emphasize passing the ball, you emphasize celebration of an assist. If you
Yeah.
celebrate, then that's gonna kids will are gonna read what you kind of emphasize. Um,
The other like in practice stuff you could do too is no dribble, right? 3-on-3 no dribble, even 5-on-5 no dribble. But I like 3-on-3 a little bit better. And it teaches them that just not to put the ball to the ground right away. And we've talked about it on the show before, but it reinforces the idea of what to look for. So cutting, right? And then, getting the ball back to someone who then can score a
right.
layup or a jump shot and seeing how exciting that is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And again, as they get older, sometimes their teammates will call them out if they're not having the ball.
Yeah, right.
There's
Yeah.
there's some other lurking variables there, I think, that will happen. But no,
Well, yeah.
I think at the younger ages, it's kind of like you ever watch soccer. It's like the one that can dribble in soccer is always the one, kind of trying to score the goals. It's similar in basketball. The
I
one
had a coach who told me yesterday we were talking about this, and she played in college, but she also played on she was a three-time state championship three in California, so which is obviously pretty competitive. She's from Southern California, and she was a post player, and when her teammates went past her the ball in the post, she was like she would have a conversation with him about it, and she said, I'm not going to work hard for you. I'm wide open in the post. I'm posting up, and you're not, it wasn't that she was trying to be selfish. They just went past the ball, right? So she's like, look, I'm not going to rebound for you then. I'm not going to rebound and kick out
right
for you, right? So we need to, she was saying we need to work together on this,
together.
which is true, right? And that's what happens at, your level, at the high school level. They're gonna like, if you're not feeding me the ball, I'm not gonna
I'm not
set
going to
that
go
hard
do that.
screen or
Yeah.
right.
I'm not,
Uh,
not going to go do the stuff that you need me to do.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I
So
agree. All right. Anything else in closing, coach?
Yeah, again, just have patience. As Coach said, you are what you emphasize, and if that's an important skill for you players to learn, encourage the assist, encourage the pass, celebrate it with your kids. And again, I think at the youth level, they need to understand the idea of sharing the ball. Um, so yeah, a couple lessons there, and then go check out AIHoopsCoach.com. Sign up for that webinar. We're going to break down how to break down film using AI and some other advanced tools that are coming out in the market. AIHoopsCoach.com.
There you go. All right, till next week.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. Subscribe and like before you leave. And also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's got everything and a roadmap for you to become a better basketball coach. So go over and check it out. And let's head back to the next video, wherever that would be.